What's up everyone, welcome to a full day of bulking, vegan day 2. And I just came back from university and also grocery shopping, and now I'm walking my cute little dog. And guys, I don't know how you like to do it, but me, for example, I wake up at let's say 7 because university will start at 8:15 or so. I will gulp down 1 scoop of BCAAs with a ton of water, and then I like to fast for 3 to 4 hours. Because my lectures is usually, let's say, from 8 to 11, and then again from 3 to 5 or 3 to 6. So what I do is I will fast during the morning lecture hours, and then once I arrive at home, I will then eat 1 big meal and 1 smaller meal in a window of like 4 hours or so, and then pretty much also fast until my workout. And I just feel that oh, she's hunting something. That if I'm fasted, I can concentrate way better because I get very sleepy if I'm eating. My body just produces a ton of melatonin when I'm eating. If I eat a huge meal, even if it's like a small one, like half an hour later I'm so sleepy and I just can't concentrate because I'm always fighting against falling asleep during the lecture. And that's why I found out that for me, fasting during my lectures and then eating once I arrive at home, and then again because I don't like to train on a full stomach, that is also why I'm fasting until my workout. I will stop eating like 4 hours before my workout, and then I will arrive at home at like 8:30 p.m. Haven't eaten in like 6 or 7 hours, but I just found that this works well for me. And yeah, let me know down in the comments, please guys, how you like to do it, because there are several people who even eat like 1.5 hours or an hour before their workout, which is for me just impossible for my body, because I just can't function right then. Alright, so we'll check it you at the first meal of the day. I'm a coach. Alright guys, the first meal of the day is gonna be 600 grams of tomato sauce with 60 grams of tomato paste, 400 grams of beans, and then as soon as this is done cooking, so let me turn down the heat, I will add 550 grams, this is a cooked weight of the Uncle Ben's rice, and the baguette is already in the oven, which will give me another 80 carbs or so. And guys, since I'm using canned beans, because in order to prepare the other ones, it's just so much work, and you have to cook it for like 2 hours, so that's why I'm using the canned ones. And the only mistake you can really make when preparing this meal are 2 things. First of all, cooking the beans for too long. So what I would suggest you to do is cook up your tomato paste for tomato sauce for about 5 to 10 minutes. You simply just have to heat it up a little bit, and then add the beans and let it cook for like 1 or 2 minutes, just so that the beans will also get hot. The second mistake you can make is putting the rice too early, adding the rice too early to the mix, because it will get really soft, and it's just the texture, it will be pretty strange and also very soft. So those are the 2 things you need to pay attention to. So don't cook the beans for too long, and also don't add the rice too early. But at the same time, don't add the rice too late, because the water will already be gone, and so the rice will be very, very dry. So it's kind of a try and error, and most likely you're gonna do the mistake like once or twice, but I'm sure you will get it right. So check with you once this meal is finished. And there it is guys, it's fresh out of the oven, a huge freaking pot full of rice, beans, tomato sauce, and of course an ice cold 7-Up. And guys, some of you already have seen it or have told me that you realize that the quality is actually a lot better from the video itself, and that is because I bought a new camera a couple of days ago. It's the Sony RX 103 M3. Just because, I mean, the GoPro 4 that I have here, it makes it's a great camera for outdoor footage, especially if it's sunny outside. But if it has like clouds, like here in Switzerland, I mean, just see outside how cloudy it is. Not much light. And also, especially if you're indoors, and I am recording a lot of indoors most of the time. I mean, either in the gym or here in my basement, or if I'm outside, it's pretty much bad weather with bad lighting. And that's why the video quality just wasn't satisfying from my side. That's why I decided to grab some money and buy a new one. And so far I'm really liking the camera because everything is like automatic. It has great quality from the pictures, and the great thing is also that I can kind of flip it over so I can see myself filming, which is really helpful, especially if you're a one-man production. Alright guys, so I'm gonna enjoy my meal and see you later. Alright guys, time for the next meal, which is gonna be my pre-workout meal. And what I'm having here is a meal that I already showed you in last week's episode, but I did change it up a little bit. What I added is 250 grams of melons. So what I have in here is 100 grams of apples, 200 grams of banana, and 250 grams of melons. And trust me, the combination flows so well. It makes it taste so much better. And in here I have 50 grams of the vegan protein powder, a little bit of stevia, which is like 1 tablespoon or so to add some sweetness to it. Then also some vanilla flavor drops. And then what I'm gonna also use is 40 grams of the cereal. And guys, when it comes to eating vegan, it's the same thing with every kind of diet change. You have to simply get used to it. Just stick with it. Because the vegan protein powder, now that I've been using it every single day for the past 8 days, I'm getting used to it. I really like it now, compared to the whey protein. But when I tried it the first time, it had a strange aftertaste. And an example I can tell you, a story is when I went from drinking regular milk to almond milk because I saw all the YouTubers doing it. I was trying it the first time and I was like, it's not that bad, but it has kind of a strange aftertaste. But then after like 3 to 4 days I got used to it. And what happened? I ran out of the almond milk and went back to try the regular milk, and I was like, oh fuck, it tastes awesome. It tastes so bad. It tastes awful. And so really you have to just stick with it and you will get used to it eventually. Now I'm not telling you to eat foods that you really hate, but foods that don't taste that well when you're trying it the first time. If you stick with it, if you give it a try over and over again, you will eventually get used to it. And that is my #1 tip. And another thing that I saw most vegans, because I did a lot of research, watched a lot of YouTube videos from vegans, and what I saw is that a lot of people are simply not eating enough. Especially if you're like a raw vegan who doesn't eat any processed or cooked stuff, you have to eat more. Why? Because you're eating raw foods that are not only hard to digest but also usually very high in fiber. So it takes your body a lot of energy to break down those foods, which isn't a bad thing. Those foods are actually pretty healthy and are very micronutrient dense, but if you do so, you have to pay attention to the calories that will actually get absorbed. Because if you have 2,500 calories of processed foods and 2,500 calories coming from, let's say, celery or coleslaw, you won't absorb nearly as much calories as with the processed diet. So you have to calculate this. You have to keep this in mind and eat more. Just simply add more calories because your body isn't absorbing as much calories as before. So this is really my #1 tip when you're jumping on the vegan diet, and I'm seeing it myself because I'm eating more veggies and fruits. I am getting more vascular and leaner, even though my strength is still going up. So yeah, I will enjoy this meal. I am running late for university and be checking with y'all later. Back from the gym, guys. We had an awesome session. The new style of training is really paying off. I mean, we have seen a lot of strength gains, but I have to say that it's very taxing on you. So I couldn't do it like 3 days on, 1 day off. I think full body, where I have a training day and then an off day, or even sometimes 2 off days, works really well for this, because you really need one. Every off day I really feel that I need one, because it is so taxing. You're in so much pain. I've never been through so much pain in my workouts as with this new style of training, but I'm really liking it so far. The pumps are insane, because you're way more focused on the contraction, and you can pretty much make 15 kilograms on the bench press feel very hard, feel very heavy, if you're really focusing on it. We are still trying to lift as heavy as we can, but still with perfect form, exploding up, controlling it all the way down, but also with some tricks. So let's say for the bench press, we're always imagining trying to like bend the bar in order to engage your chest more. And the same thing with just on the opposite side, when you're training your back, you're pulling outwards, and this way you're also engaging your back more. But I will do separate videos on this, because I think it's a very great type of training that you don't have to do all the time, but you can incorporate it as a style from time to time. But enough talking. What I already had my spinach whey shake, but I didn't record it because I showed it to you like a million times already. So this is gonna be my last meal of the day, which is 1.2 kilograms of melons, 100 grams of mixed berries, 50 grams of dried fruits and coconut flakes, and I will add 50 grams of cereal on top of it. And my brother had like a huge bowl of spaghetti tomato sauce, almost no fat in it, and it tastes amazing. So yeah, he's also on, he isn't eating as much as I am. I'm on like 670 carbs, or even 700 sometimes, but he's on around 500 or so. Yeah, so guys, what I wanted to tell you real quick is Straight Outta Compton. I went to watch it like 2 days ago, because a lot of YouTubers were like, it's a great movie, you have to give it a try. And so I was like, alright, let's go and do it. And I have to say, it's really worth it. It's a great movie. It's really a great movie. You have everything. You have drama, you will also laugh, you will cry. It's just a great insight of the group and also the friendship. Overall a great movie, really entertaining, and I liked it a lot actually. I was really surprised about how good it is, because it's like, yeah, gangster rapper are now doing a movie, and it's also strange because Ice Cube and so aren't even in the movie. It's his son playing him, which is also a pretty interesting thing, to say the least. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be on the lookout for the recap video, because 1 week of the vegan experiment is already over. So where I will tell you what went on, how I'm feeling, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, and see you all in the next one. Germ Gains, peace out.